Yo, this is Dova Blackhat Gaming. I do RPG games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout and many more. Subscribe to see more and enjoy the video.
Greetings. I've got a letter for you. Goodbye.
And what about Chirol?
They fared just as badly as everywhere else. I know it's hard to hear, Malpin, but there is nothing left. The Dominion took it all.
Damned elves. They'll pay for this.
One thing at a time, Commander. We've got our work cut out for here first.
Yes, sir.
Do you need something?
Ah, good. You're here. Legate, may I introduce General Stenar Cialius?
Yes?
He is one of the generals in charge of the defense of Cyrodiil.
Don't mince your words, Velvus. I'm the only surviving general from the defense of Cyrodiil.
What can I do?
So, you're the one Malpin has been telling me about. Let me get a look at you. Malpin tells me you've been key in helping the preparations for the defense of Skyrim. Good. That's what I like to hear from a soldier. As far as we know, I haven't heard anything from any of my colleagues, so for now that is the assumption we are working on. Anyway, enough about that. The remainder of my forces have fallen back to Skyrim, and we're going to use them to bolster the forces already stationed here. I'm afraid so. As of now, Skyrim is the Empire's main military stronghold.
What is it? We were just discussing the current situation regarding the Dominion. That's why I summoned you. I think you should hear it as well.
Precisely. Now that we have retreated from Cyrodiil, the Dominion is totally unobstructed and are heading this way. We predict that the Dominion will be here in the next couple of days. You have been useful to Malpin thus far. Can I count on you to continue to support us, Legate?
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it, Legate. We've made it this far. I'm glad to hear it, Legate. We've made it this far. Now is when everything we've done comes together. As we said, the Dominion will be here in a matter of days. You should go and prepare yourself in whatever way you need. There is a lot of fighting ahead of us. I'll call you back when it is time, so don't go too far from Solitude.
Do you need something? Yes? It was a long play. I curse myself every day for not seeing it sooner. It was very simple. They caused chaos. Over the course of a few weeks, there were many high-ranking military and political figures disappearing. So when the news that a large Dominion force had crossed the border from Valenwood, everything was thrown into chaos. The Emperor was missing along with half of the Elder Council, and even some generals as well. The other thing you have to remember is that, like here in Skyrim, there are Thalmor agents everywhere, and they only serve to make things worse. On my way to the emergency meeting, I was attacked by 2 agents. Luckily, I seem to have retained at least some of my sword skills. By the time we could assemble anything resembling a defense force, the Dominion had already laid waste to Skingrad. By the time we had anything resembling a strategic plan, most of southern Cyrodiil was aflame. That is why they had such an easy time. No, I was just one of the generals helping to lead it. As we lost more battles and the Thalmor kept infiltrating our camps, we lost more and more generals until it was just me left. I made the decision to retreat. It's possible. I don't know that all of them are dead, I just haven't heard from them in a while. Even if they did survive, it is unlikely that we'll see any of them. General Danius was heading in the direction of the Hammerfell border last I heard from him. But whether he made it or not, only the gods know now. I was born in the city of Anvil in Cyrodiil. My parents were both members of the Blades. My mother was killed when I was only a boy on a mission in Blackmarsh. My father was part of Emperor Titus Mede II's protection force. When I was a boy, I wanted to be a blade just like my parents. Before that could happen, the Great War broke out. Like all young men, I joined up with the Legion, just for the duration of the war. I told myself that once I had done my duty and served the Legion in the war, I would drop out and join the Blades. Of course, that wasn't exactly how it played out. After the Empire surrendered and the Blades were disbanded, I decided to stay with the Legion. By that point, I was already a captain and made quite a name for myself. A fan? No, not exactly. After the Concordat was signed, many of my peers believed that everything was peaceful again. We were beaten by a superior enemy, and that was that. I was no such fool. I knew since day one that the Thalmor were up to something. The way that the Emperor had a Thalmor representative by his side at all times who would whisper things in his ear. And cause him to change his mind seemingly out of nowhere. The way that Thalmor officials saw over every meeting of the Elder Council and vetoed decisions they did not like. I always urged caution, but I was called paranoid by my peers. I know they have a larger plan, but I just don't know what it is. We all did. This was the Empire we are talking about. The Empire that was founded by Tiber Septim himself and had stood since the start of the Third Era. In our minds, losing the war was impossible. The mere concept of the Empire being defeated was alien to us. I suppose losing the war helped us learn humility, if anything. Honestly, it was stubbornness and loyalty. I'm loyal to the Empire, not the Thalmor, and not the Aldmeri Dominion. Despite what I've said about him, I am still fiercely loyal to the Emperor. No matter what people say about him being a puppet, he is my Emperor. Ah yes, the Penitus Oculatus. Just as honorable as the Blades, filling the same roles. That's what the Thalmor would have you believe. That's what they told us. I'm no fool, though. I see through the Thalmor's lies. They claim to protect the Emperor and serve the Empire. They're Thalmor puppets, all of them. They'd just as quickly kill the Emperor as protect him if the Thalmor willed it, if you ask me. I won't dishonor my parents' role by affiliating myself with those cheap knockoffs. As part of the Emperor's protection force, my father stayed at his side throughout the war. When the Emperor led the charge to retake the Imperial City during the Battle of the Red Ring, my father rode alongside him. Eventually, the city was lost again. Once the Emperor decided to surrender to the Dominion, he told his remaining Blades to leave the city, as he knew what the Elves wanted to do with them. So my father fled to Cloud Ruler Temple with the rest of his brothers and sisters. Once the White Gold Concordat had been signed and the Legion forced to stand down, the Dominion launched an offensive on Cloud Ruler Temple. They say the Dominion lost thousands before the last of the Blades fell. I can at least find peace in knowing that my father died with his blade in hand and covered with the blood of those damned elves. Well, I assume you know the basics. They're a political party in the Somerset Isles and so on. For the last few years, it has been the Thalmor that have been in control of the Empire. There aren't many people who will admit that, but it's true. Every decision the Emperor made, or the Elder Council made, was approved by the Thalmor first. They also monitored the Legion to make sure our forces didn't grow too large or too strong. You wouldn't believe the amount of times my request to form a new auxiliary force was met with a rejection letter stamped with the Thalmor sigil. They believe that Mer are the superior race, and that men are absolutely inferior. If they had it their way, they would wipe men from the very surface of the planet. I suppose that is the purpose of this latest attack. They've grown ill of us. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't plan on going meekly into the dark. We will have our revenge, you'll see. Watch your back, soldier.
Right, I better get going.
I really miss my friends from home. Lucas.
Ah, good you're here. It has begun. The Dominion's army has arrived. Cialius will fill you in.
Yes, I'm afraid he's right. They're here. We have received some information telling us that the Dominion plan on taking Riften first. It makes sense. Riften will be a valuable staging area for the war here in Skyrim. Anyway, I'm sending you. I know you can fight. This is the opening battle. We need to show them what we can do. What do you say? Excellent. Get there as soon as you can. The attack is not far off. When you arrive in Riften, look for the commander who is leading the defense. He will tell you what to do. Good luck, soldier. May the Nine be with you.
Well, this is it. Time to see if everything we have accomplished has been worth it. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Good luck, my friend.
Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon. See you all on the next video. Enjoy life and stay gaming.
Walk with the Almighty.